I woke up today to potentially big news to Warcraft 3 Reforged. I saw this news here. Back to Warcraft, another prominent community figure in the Warcraft scene saying, bombshell news, BlizzTracker has revealed that an internal developer's version of Warcraft 3 has gotten an update to version 2.0. They're talking here about the PTR, which is a patch test region that you can log into via your Battle.net launcher by clicking here. This is always used by a developer. It's actually called Public Test Realm, but I can never remember the acronym. This is always used to check out new changes to a game, and generally developers at Blizzard will load new patches here so that people can test them before they actually go live. And so that's pretty interesting. Let's take a look at this, and we'll look at a video as well by Back to Warcraft. This usually indicates a big update for the game. So far, this update is not available to the public, and we don't know what it contains. New Warcraft 3 Public Test Realm Internal, W3D. W3D. Following regions have been updated. Americas, from version 1.35.0 to 2.0.0.22230. It's very interesting. The biggest update since Reforged. All you need to know about the update on YouTube. We'll watch that video soon. But then a few hours later, the internal developer's PTR has been patched back from 2.0 to 1.36. That is now on par with the current live version of the game. What does this mean? Now, generally, I think there's no better way to show that there's nothing going on than by uploading a new update privately, accidentally got found, and then to go back again to the old version. Or they broke something. They tried to fix the Mac issue that has been affecting the Warcraft 3. Namely, we can see that here, right? We are aware of Mac users having issues launching the game, and we're actively looking for a fix. We apologize for any inconvenience at this time. This has been in effect for 12 days by now, as of the recording of this video. So Mac users have not been able to play Warcraft 3 online at all. And online at least. I don't even know if they can play single player, but that's not great. And so, yeah, let's go take a look at this video and kind of see what the sleuths of the community and Neo have uncovered together, if anything, or if it's a big nothing burger.
Warcraft 3 Reforged is getting patch 2.0. This bombshell of a news broke this morning, and this video will explain what happened. Can we be hopeful? What's this going to...
Yes, we can. We can always be hopeful. My biggest hope is... Okay, my biggest hope is a new graphics overhaul, which is Warcraft HD, just like Diablo Remastered had, Diablo 2, just like StarCraft Remastered had. We forget about the whole Reforged graphics, we just throw it out. Though I guess some map makers and some players might not be happy, because some people, well, not understandably to me, but some people actually prefer the new graphics. But that would be totally sick. Blizzard has not been entirely absent recently. We've been getting some patches, and recently I did a video. Warcraft balance is actually one of the best it has ever been in the entire history of Warcraft 3. Not just the balance, but the gameplay options that you have as a melee player are really good. And despite Reforged's really negative reputation in the general public's eyes because of its failure and broken promises, it was still bringing a lot of good changes to the game that real OGs, real fans still appreciate, like widescreen support, reduced mouse lag, connectivity with friends is much easier. You can like group up with them much easier without opening ports on your router. Like a lot of archaic shit has been removed. And so, yeah, that's nice. But we still got a pretty lackluster, lame client. I recently did a video with like, I don't know, 16 quality of life changes that I wish would come to Warcraft Reforged. So this is what I'm dreaming and hoping about. But I think the likelihood of it happening is not very big.
To be, and what is happening at Blizzard and Activision and Microsoft that can maybe give us some cope here. So let's start at the beginning. What is up?
Yeah, what's up?
This morning, it was all over the Discords, it was all over the socials. There has been a leak. not really a leak, but some identification. There is a tool called Bliss Tracker, which is scanning the BattleNet for updates to all the different Blizzard games. And this is how we know that there's a PTR coming, a general patch coming.
We always know because of this.
Today, we got this. New Warcraft 3 public test realm internal W3D version detected from 1.35 to 2.0. So this is something that...
Doesn't Blizzard get in trouble for this? TW instead of... anyway, I'm not going to dive into that.
Has not happened in a long time. It is a PTR, and you know these PTR changes when we get balance updates, but what is noticeable here is that it's the W3D version.
Yeah, what is that?
That is not for public. That is a developer's version.
Oh, W3
As
developers.
you can see, this was updated the last time on patch 1.35, which has been a long time. So when you go to the PTR that we can also use, you launch at the normal menu, and then you're greeted with this.
New update.
A new update is available for download. Please download it now. New build version.
New build version B. What does that mean?
B. If you click the download button, the game closes, nothing downloads, we can't access it, so we don't know what it is.
That's the same, well, that's a similar experience that classic CD owners got. When you had version 1.26 before Reforged, it also required you to get an update, and that's where you would actually get Reforged. And yeah.
But it is certainly something is happening behind the
So that was plan B, and this would then be plan C, or what?
Scenes. And while we don't know and can't access it, we can make some educated guesses, and I want to explain them all to you.
Yeah, explain them, Neo.
Let's start with the version number. Look, this might just be semantics.
Yeah.
But as I said, this is something that hasn't happened before.
I love semantics. I love wordplay.
The jump from 1.35 to 2.0. Yeah. Because these are all the patches in Warcraft 3.
Shit.
You see, obviously, it started with 1.0.
Wait, hold up. And Reign of Chaos back in 2002 was 1.0, and Reforged didn't even get an upgraded number? From Reforged, they just went from 131 to 132, even though they made so many changes. So this is potentially bigger than Reforged? Is it Warcraft in the Overwatch client?
Reign of Chaos. Even Frozen Throne didn't get the 2.0 treatment, which was like 20 years ago, so semantics were a little bit different.
Warcraft in Unreal Engine now, in Unity.
But even Reforged wasn't called 2.0.
Yeah.
It was called 1.32.0.
Yeah, that's weird.
So this alone is indicating that something big is happening, and this is not just your regular patch. Our changes had the double-digit patch updates from 1.32 to 1.33, etc. There was also a third digit, which was like a minor patch, and then we go to the fourth digit. That has been like minor balance changes and stuff that we have seen in the past couple of months.
Yeah, so the fourth point after the dot, like they've kept adding numbers. And what was the number for the one that they're showing? 200, aka nothing, and then 22230, which means 22230. Let's see, which is 222. Wait, how much more is that? Just checking, right? 22230 minus 21228. That's 1,002 more. So we go from 1 to 2. This is all zilched, and this is 1,002 more.
So when we look at other games, though, a version update this big is indicating an add-on. Let's look at StarCraft. Wings of Liberty 1.0. Heart of the Swarm 2.0. Legacy of the Void.
Hold up.
3.
Wings of Liberty beta is pre-1, yeah. And then Wings of Liberty entirely is 1. HOTS beta has numbered updates, completely dispensing with the decimal pointing. Heart of the Swarm is from 2 to 3, and I think I probably quit around this time or about here, near the end of Heart of the Swarm, 2.12, 3.0, whatever. Legacy is 2.5, and then Legacy, oh, that's the beta, and Legacy of the Void is 3, 4, and 5. I wonder what deserved 4s and 5s. Maybe Neil will say.
3.0. Then later on, they updated the...
Blizzard actually names their patches almost as well as I name my save files in single-player campaigns. Oops. Hold up.
Just seen it last week with Vessel of Hatred in,
My bad.
indicating
Let's
Fist
go
of
on.
Liberty 1.0, Heart of the Swarm 2.0, Legacy of the Void 3.0. Then later on, they updated the version with some bigger updates as well, so it doesn't have to be an add-on, obviously, but we see the same pattern in World of Warcraft. We've just seen it last week with Vessel of Hatred in Diablo 3. So changing the version number is gigantic at Blizzard.
Yeah,
and
big. It's big.
This is what's coming for us.
Probably.
So
because they reverted it.
Many people might have forgotten, but in January of 2023, there's been a survey by Blizzard sent out to the users of Warcraft.
If we were to look at Warcraft again, how appealing are each of the specific features? Okay, I remembered it wrongly. I filled it in with wishful thinking. If we were to come back and save you, oh no. How appealing, which doesn't mean anything, how appealing are each of the specific features for Warcraft Reforged? You know what we should have all done? Everything very appealing. You know, people like to work with priorities. It's like, if we were able to fix only one thing, then what? And we should have just said, fix everything. Smart. Then they'll have to invest in everything instead of just doing one and cherry picking them. I did my part. Did you? Did you all do very appealing everything? I may have actually undervalued custom games. Now I play a lot of custom games. I may be like, whatever, custom games, global, local, I don't care.
Warcraft 3, and it was like, are you still playing this game? How satisfied are you? Would you be playing again? What makes you not play the game? And there was also the question of how appealing are these specific features of Warcraft 3 Reforged?
Yeah.
Indicating that there's gonna be improvements, there is some stuff to work on, and maybe this survey from January 2023 is giving us an idea what's coming.
Wait, it's 23? I feel like it was like a few months ago. Oh my god. January? Wait, hold on. That can't be true. January 2023. There's no way. Blizzard survey. That's like a few months ago. Has it been that long? Blizzard survey. Oh my god, it's true. Blizzard survey for possible relaunch for Warcraft Reforged, Witty Warcraft, 21 January 23. Grubby, what is this survey? Reforged soft relaunch, question mark, and an exclamation mark? It's almost 2 years ago, dude.
Because from this list, a lot of stuff has already been implemented. Custom campaigns are in.
True.
Ranked play is in. Profiles, tournaments, observer mode, leaderboards, reporting.
Okay, yeah. Here's what we don't have. Player reporting. Storage size reduction. UI UX revamp. Legacy Warcraft 3 in-game art update. Reforged campaign improvements, I think, though I don't dare to say.
It's all in.
UI got a small revamp. Did it? React to your own video from a year ago?
The game.
It's not...
But what is clear...
It's not antique enough yet.
Not been updating in the past couple of years is especially the visuals. Reforged environment art rework. UI UX revamp. Legacy Warcraft 3 in-game art update.
Okay, what's the worst thing that could happen? What if Blizzard Okay, worst thing that can happen, Blizzard comes back in, they destroy W3 Champions because competing, whatever, right? Even though Champions not making any money, it's not costing Blizzard money. In fact, it's earning them money. They redo the standard graphics and make it worse. And then they also make it unplayable for PC, not just Mac, instead of fixing Mac. But that is such a black pill, like, doom mindset. Surely that's not going to happen. Say it ain't so. And make you pay for it, yeah. But what's the best thing that could happen? What is the best thing that could happen? They're under Microsoft now. They implement my entire quality of life changes list. Reduce lag across the board for everyone playing on Global Ladder by implementing more servers. They redo the classic graphics, but make it an option if you'll use it or not, without killing Reforged graphics. An option. And give us an option that if we do use Reforged graphics, we don't use any of those new sounds, like those Archer orgasm death sounds. Options for everything. Copium overdosing. Anything else? Yes, add skins to units for money, but every player can turn them off on their own side if they don't want to see it. But then they see no skins. Either you see all skins or none. And you have to give an option, because otherwise sometimes it can affect visibility. So it's up to you. What else? What else do you guys want? Since it's Christmas, let's ask for everything. Give us the social tab back. Sure, yeah, like the big chat room, right? We'll do that. Wait, can I get those sounds with old graphics? That sounds amazing. The orgasmic Archer death sounds? I don't think you can. But maybe they should make it an option too. Right? Loot boxes, yeah. Merch with W3 Champions. Ooh, okay. Integrate all the functionality of W3 Champions right inside Warcraft 3 as part of the download, and hire the W3 Champions guys, or at least not hire them. Allow them to keep working on it and have an agile redevelopment update system where they can send in their updates, same as before, same workflow, but now it's all supported from inside Warcraft 3. Let's get all those. Let's see what Neo wants.
And also the campaign improvements. It was rather a development back to former state. But maybe something like this is coming. The missing pieces from the survey are coming to the game.
And if they are coming, then why? Why now? Microsoft? Right? They could have left well enough alone, and the biggest passionate players, not addicts, right, of the game would remain regardless, like me, right? Why? 30 years of Warcraft? Sure, it's Warcraft anniversary this month or next month or something, 30 years. Okay, so you're saying that they would consider reputation boosting themselves? Maybe even with a goal of profit? Maybe even with a goal of profit, because they'll sell more copies of Warcraft if it is in a better state or whatever. Warcraft Reforged is still a big stain. Yeah, but it's been 4 years. You know, why so long? Why now? Why not in a month after Reforged came out? You know, or a year or two. But then maybe there was like I don't know, like there was a lot of management shuffle, right? And Microsoft, Bobby Kotick out. Yeah, maybe. Because now it's Microsoft, yeah.
That is an indicator.
Game Pass? Yeah, it could go on Game Pass, maybe even Steam, right?
That we could lean on. So, why now? What is happening?
Yes.
Why is this game that has very little monetary value getting an assumably big update? The biggest update since the failed Reforged launch. Well,
yeah.
As you might know, Warcraft 3... No. Activision and Blizzard and King have been merged with Microsoft. It's one of the biggest merger in all of gaming.
$68.7 billion.
Microsoft is known to
support
take
smaller
good
games.
care of their classic games, especially in RTS.
True.
And we don't have to look any further than the Age of Empires series.
Yep.
Age of Empires got the definitive edition, an upgrade. It looks amazing. It is one of the most popular RTSs to date. They constantly develop it. There's constantly updates. And just recently, they even updated
I will say, in a way, left looks better than right. I think, okay, right has way more detail, it's more realistic, but the vibrancy, contrast, and color of the left makes things pop more. Is it realistic? No. Is this building grounded on the terrain? No. Am I a boomer for saying it? Probably. But you could have got the fidelity of the right, but keep some of the colors. And that's a little bit what I'm afraid of if there's some kind of like HD, classic HD. We saw examples of that sometimes, community mock-ups, right? Will it be with the same vibe that Warcraft 3 Classic would have?
Of mythology that hasn't seen anything like it in almost...
Style is greater than realism, yeah. So here, left and right, Age of Mythology. Of course, this is blurred, so I think this is not realistic, right? But even this squid here, this kraken, has... there's something about his head that pops more. This kraken is the equivalent of standard pretty anime girl face that AI turns out. Do you know what I mean? This kraken is an anime girl. There's like a smoothness to it. This one is popping with real... I don't know. I'm not an artist. I don't know how to say it.
Almost also 20 years. Looks familiar. 2002. Age of Mythology release.
But also... I think this is not the real picture on the right. It's blurry. Like, I think this is a false equivalency. This is not a before and after. So let's not pay too much attention to this one.
The Warcraft 3 release. And it now got an update. Also, the CEO of Xbox, the Microsoft game department, was recently seen at a convention.
Yeah, this is big, actually. This is Phil Spencer, right? He's going to take good care of us. Look, he has a StarCraft 2 t-shirt on. This could just be, him grabbing a random shirt from his cupboard for this big presentation at the Xbox game show, or whatever it's called. He could just have grabbed a random shirt, but I think more likely it's not. Oh yes. Oh wait. StarCraft 2, they did announce it, right? StarCraft 2 went to Game Pass. StarCraft 1 and 2 are going to Game Pass. Yeah, it was totally not random. I'm just saying it could be, but it wasn't. Yeah. So they are already doing changes to how Blizzard games are being managed, obviously, with them now going to Game Pass.
Wearing a StarCraft 2 t-shirt. So even though he's one tier above the Activision development, it shows that there's at least some kind of sympathy from the CEO towards the Blizzard RTS titles.
True.
You don't wear this shirt for nothing on a big stage when you know that millions of eyes are on you. So this is a small sign that something is going in a certain Blizzard RTS direction. You don't do that without a reason. Another reason to work on Warcraft now is that Netease is back. Netease is was the Chinese publisher for Blizzard games for around about 10 years.
Yeah, I heard about this. Netease is back. Therefore, Chinese players may stop playing on W3 Champions soon again. Not that they announced it or anything, just that they may have like a good alternative. Because some of you may know, some of you watching this channel may know, there's this star player from China called Sky. And he's a human player that made Warcraft 3 extra famous in China because he was the first big Chinese champion. And he started his own battle platform like W3 Champions. And then he did like a merger, I think, with another organization. And I think they're the main platform where people play Warcraft 3 right now. And so maybe with Netease coming back, I would imagine they may all partner up and run it together or something. I'm not sure.
Last year, there was a big falling out And the partnership has ended. We've seen statues destroy in China. The entire department has been shut down, and Blizzard games weren't available for a long time.
Oh yeah,
Now,
Overwatch players were really mad that they couldn't contact their accounts.
after the leave of former CEO Bobby Kotick, the Netease Blizzard relationship is more healthy again, and they have ended their feud and they're partnering up again. So why is this so important? Because China is the biggest market for Warcraft 3 for sure. While in the West, the only thing you can do to financially show your interest in Warcraft 3 is to buy a Reforged key. In China, this is a little bit different. On Netease, and they did that very, very early in 2014, they are, of course, having an eye on 1-on-1 and 2-on-2 and Melee, but the big reason for Netease to run Warcraft 3 is custom games, because they have implemented a system where you have microtransaction in user-generated content.
Oh, so I could buy all the Direct Strike skins with money if I was playing in China? Then what are we waiting for?
And that is reportedly, allegedly, from what our Chinese friends are telling us, a multi-million-dollar market.
Understandable.
Now,
okay, I would like to readjust my worst-case scenario prediction.
Netease is back. It's been rebranded as the KK Battle Platform. And even if Blizzard is just getting a fraction of what's generated with microtransaction user-generated content in China, it's still something you want to cater to. So, we'll see. Also,
the Warcraft 3 team is actively working to resolve an issue that is causing players on Mac machines to not be able to play. We'll share updates here. It says here 4 hours ago, but this is a screenshot of a screenshot of a screenshot, whatever. This is from more than 10 days ago.
Recently, we had a mini patch in Warcraft 3 that...
On the one hand, I think if you use Mac, it's your own fault. But on the other hand, I think these are people too. They just used another device. Let us not get bogged down in tribalism and partisanship, some kind of console war equivalent, PC versus Mac. Are they? Come on, guys.
was improving the performance of the game. Now, unfortunately, this broke the support for Mac. While PC players are certainly a bit happier than before the patch, Mac people can't play for around 10 days. There was a blue post about this on the Battle.net forums, and Calvieri, who is the person next to KVax posting in the Warcraft 3 Battle.net forum, said, the Warcraft team is actively working to resolve an issue that is causing players on Mac machines to not be able to play. The term, the Warcraft 3 team, has not been used in many, many, many years.
Yeah, that's true. How many people does it take to be in a team? More than one, right? Although, of course, I made a team once called Team Grubby and there were no other players. I think it's two or more.
We got some updates for our game. That was when PlaySide was implementing the ranked play, the custom campaigns, etc. Apart from that, we've seen balance changes. And balance changes are basically, you can imagine as an Excel file where there's like all the units are listed and their values are listed, and you change some numbers and you ship it, and the game data files have been updated. And that is an easy thing to do.
It's small.
Now,
it's too small to justify this post.
There was this recent patch was not an update to the game data file. It was an update to the executable of Warcraft 3, indicating that there is some engineering going on.
Engineering?
And it is mentioned that it's the Warcraft 3 team. And not...
If it was like, I am actively working to resolve an issue, that would be quite different. The Warcraft 3 team.
The indicator that the patch that we will be seeing, the 2.0 patch, is potentially bigger than what we've seen in recent years. So, when will we get this? No clue. What is this? No clue. But we should keep our eyes out on a thing called Warcraft Direct.
Oh.
This year marks the 30-year anniversary.
Wait, if there's a screenshot of it with people, 30 Warcraft, then didn't we already miss it? I see it right here. If this was from last year, it would say 29. So we missed it. It's AI, Photoshop. it's already over. AI generated prediction. It's a preview. Okay, but how did they get people there if it's a preview then? Announcement from the Tokyo Game Show? Oh, it was an announcement? Oh, okay, I see. No, I was just thinking, I'm doing some real detective sleuthing here. Things don't add up, you know? Time is a straight line. So this is the Warcraft Direct strike?
Of Warcraft 3. And while it was announced that there is no BlizzCon anymore, Blizzard is making appearances on gaming conventions like the Tokyo Game Show and Gamescom. And at Gamescom, it was said that they have a new form of presentation for the Warcraft 3 franchise, and that is called Warcraft Direct.
He said for the Warcraft 3 franchise, but that's a slip, isn't it? It's for the Warcraft franchise.
Presentation for the Warcraft 3 franchise, and that is called Warcraft Direct.
Warcraft Direct.
It's very similar to what Nintendo does with their upgrades. The developers will be showing you the updates that they have in mind for the game.
So we're going to get Warcraft Rumble updates, and then World of Warcraft. They will announce 3 new expansions, and 2 new expansions for WoW Classic. There will be a new Hearthstone Battlegrounds patch, and Mercs will come back, Mercenaries, and some updates to Arena and Standard. And the Warcraft characters in Heroes of the Storm will change a bit. They'll buff Thrall's Crash Lightning by 3% damage. And maybe some Warcraft 3 news as well.
This will, of course, first and foremost, be about World of Warcraft. It's pretty clear. But since it's the 30-year anniversary for the entire Warcraft franchise, we can keep our hopes up that at the Warcraft Direct, whenever this is going to be, it is not announced yet, there's no date, but if something big is happening, it will be around the time of the Warcraft Direct.
Which is when?
With this being the 30-year anniversary, it would be very fitting to give a little bit of a gift, a little bit of a present for one of your most iconic games that you have trampled on and that you've ruined for many people with the launch of Warcraft 3 Reforged.
Yeah, give Sovieticos back. Give Marcher back. Oh wait, he is back.
This is the perfect moment to do something about it and to get a little bit of goodwill back from the community and to please players that you disgruntled with the launch of Warcraft 3 Reforged. So, I'm
not disgruntled anymore. I've become religious. I have forgiven everything that happened. I'm completely stoic and Buddhist now. So if anything good happens, we'll see. If anything bad happens, we'll see. We'll just roll with it.
Is it gonna be an add-on? Is it the missing pieces of the survey? Is it something...
They don't owe people anything. That's a wild statement. I think you're coming from a valid point where you try to pull people back. People that start to feel too much entitlement over games, where bad games coming out is a personal affront and a scam, right? That's correct. You're correct in pulling people back from that. But in the case of Warcraft Reforged, there can be both great gratitude in that Warcraft 3 is generally a game that came out, was sold once, or in this case twice, but it has been around for 20 years and is still getting updates. We can stand still and appreciate how bloody spectacular that is. 20 years, Warcraft 3, more than 20, is still getting balance updates and various improvements. That is spectacular. There's still an online server, right? It's not like that other game, The Crew from Ubisoft, that got taken down, and that's what started the whole stop killing games initiative. Despite Blizzard's certain rot and rotten decision making and Bobby Kotick influence, etc., there are things to be grateful for, yes. And we are not entitled to another 20 years of enjoyment of the game online hosted on their servers per se, right? Because we bought the game once and server maintenance costs money, etc. So yes, that's true. But this isn't entirely like a game coming out where we say, well, it just wasn't good. Like, for instance, Starfield came out. I didn't like it, so I refunded it. I'm not going to send hate mail to Bethesda. And because Steam allowed me to refund, I did. That's it. I just didn't like it. It wasn't for me. Some people do. I saw there's like 10,000 players concurrent. Good for them, right? I think it's mind-numbingly boring. Some people love it. Great. I'm not offended, right? But with Reforged, it's a little different because it was a forced change and broken promises and they were all modified into a game that already existed. Still, we should try to keep a balanced look. We should see some of those broken promises and some of the like scummy stuff, like vertical slice trailer wasn't actually real gameplay. We're going to do a new campaign and then we sell you the game, but there is no new campaign. Refunds have been offered for probably smaller scams than that. But there's also things to be happy about. So I think the balanced approach is the right thing here. And I'm grateful to still be playing the game, for sure.
Entirely different. I really want to know in the comment section, what do you think Blizzard is cooking? What are your hopes? What are your dreams? What are your fears? What is your advice to Blizzard if they do something? We want to hear from you what you think about this, and then we will see each other soon with Warcraft 3 Reforged 2.0. Yep. Very exciting time. Thanks for watching. If you like this reporting, leave us a thumbs up.
I did.
It is important for the algorithm that you leave that like and a comment so this video gets seen by more and more people. I will report on these updates when there are some. Thank you very much. See you soon.
Yep, I've linked it to you guys. This is great. Great stuff. Nice video. And yeah, this is true. There's a leaked internal update, but it got reverted. What does it mean? I guess we'll see soon.